classification of living things. Other name for classification is called taxonomy. Taxonomy. Taxonomy is what? The science of classifying living things, classifying what? Or grouping what? Grouping living things, living things based on the similarities. Based on the similarities they have in common. They have in what? In common. So taxonomy is what? It's a science that deals with grouping of living things based on the similarities they have in common. That science of grouping living things based on the similarities they have in common is called taxonomy. It's called what now? Taxonomy. In 1707 to 1778, Carolus Linus introduced taxonomy. Introduced what? Taxonomy. So who introduced taxonomy? Carolus Linus. In fact, accredited the father of classification. Accredited the father of what? Taxonomy. Carolus Linus was accredited what? The father of what? Classification, which is what? Taxonomy. Now, he introduced two kingdom classification. Two what? Kingdom classification. Two kingdom classification. So he introduced how many kingdom? Two kingdom classification. One, he introduced plant kingdom. And two, he introduced what? Animals what? Kingdom. He introduced what? Animals kingdom. So who is the scientist that introduced the two kingdom classification? Carolus Linus. He introduced what? The plant kingdom Plantae. And what now? The kingdom Animalae. So although there are 5 types of kingdoms, but who introduced the two kingdom classification? Carolus Linus. Now, the other kingdom classifications include kingdom Fungi, which can also be called kingdom Eumycota. Making 3. Kingdom Protoctista, which can also be called kingdom Protista, formerly called Protista, but now it is called Protoctista. The other one is the last kingdom called kingdom Monera. The kingdom Monera. So how many kingdoms do we have? We have the plant kingdom, animal kingdom, the kingdom Fungi, which can also be called kingdom Eumycota, kingdom Protoctista, and the kingdom Monera. These are the 5 types of kingdom we have. Who introduced two kingdom classification? Carolus Linus. So 5 kingdom classification, 5 kingdom classification was introduced by R.H. Whittaker. Who introduced two kingdom classification? Carolus Linus. Who introduced the 5 kingdom? R.H. Whittaker. Now let us list all the types of kingdom. Number 1, kingdom Plantae. That is, all plants belong to this kingdom. Kingdom Animalae. All animals belong to this kingdom. Kingdom Protoctista. JAMB said we should look at the classification of Protoctista. Animal Protista is called protozoa. Animal-like. That is, the Protista that behave like an animal is called protozoa. E.g., trypanosomes, paramyxium, amoeba, Vorticella, Plasmodium falciparum. They are examples of what? Protozoa. Now, the plant-like one, the protozoa that the protista that behave like a plant is called protophyta. Let me go back again. I said protista is grouped into two. The animal-like protista, which is called protozoa, trypanosomes, Paramecium, Amoeba proteus, Vorticella, Plasmodium are examples of protozoa. Many examples. The plant-like protista are called protophyta. E.g., we have Chlamydomonas. Is an example. Even Euglena viridis is an example of what? The protista, which are the protophyta. Now, the other kingdom, we've listed how many kingdom now? Kingdom Plantae, 2, Kingdom Animalia, and Kingdom Protista. The fourth one is the Kingdom Eumycota. Other name, Kingdom Fungi. And the last one, which is the fifth, is the Kingdom Monera. That's the least one, and it's among them, it is the only kingdoms that have a cell called prokaryotic cells. Out of the kingdom, it is only monerans that have a cell called prokaryotic cells. Other one have a cells called eukaryotic cells. Kingdom Plantae has eukaryotic cells, Animalia has eukaryotic cells, Protista has eukaryotic cells, but it is only monerans that have what? Prokaryotic cells. Meaning that is, what do you mean by prokaryotic cells? The cells that lack true nucleus. And the cells that have a simple cell structure. The cells that have 70S ribosomes. The cells that lacks membranous bound organelles. Like chloroplasts, like mitochondria, like vacuoles. All these are not found in Monera. They are prokaryotic cells. And the lacks true nucleus. In fact, they don't have nuclear membrane. Lacks what? Nuclear envelope. They have a cell structure that is very simple. They have ribosome, but 70S. They lacks membranous bound organelles like chloroplasts, mitochondria, and vacuoles. So, what are these organisms? They are the bacteria and the cyanobacteria. These are the two types of monerans. Now, the bacteria, it's a prokaryote because it lacks true nucleus. What kingdom is bacteria placed? It is placed in the kingdom Monera. Bacteria ribosome is 70S. Bacteria does not have chloroplasts. Bacteria does not have mitochondria. Bacteria does not have vacuoles. Bacteria does not have nucleus, meaning they are Monera. They belong to what kingdom Monera. Now, the second one is the blue-green algae. The blue-green algae, which can also be called the cyanobacteria. The cyano bacteria, cyanobacteria. See, these are the five kingdom classifications that was introduced by what R.H. Whittaker's. Let me repeat myself. How many kingdoms do we have? 5. We have the plant kingdom, animal kingdom, protista, kingdom fungi, which is called Eumycota, kingdom protista, kingdom monera. And I said that the protista is grouped into 2, the one that have animal-like feature, protozoa, and the one that have plant-like feature, which is called protophyta. And I gave example of protozoa, trypanosomes, Paramyxium, Amoeba proteus, Verticella, Plasmodium. The protophyta include Chlamydomonas, Euglena viridis. And we now move to the fungi, which is the Eumycota. Example of the fungi, we have mushroom. Mushroom is a fungi. We have the kingdom what? Kingdom monera, that I said it is the simplest kingdom. It is the simplest kingdom because it does not have a true nucleus, and the cells in them is called prokaryotic cells. So I said the kingdom is grouped into 2, the bacteria and the cyanobacteria. We all know example of bacteria, which is Treponema pallidum. Treponema pallidum. This is the bacterium that causes STD, sexual transmitted disease, called syphilis. We have different examples of bacteria. Bacteria. So now I need to proceed the class. Now, we have discussed about, I have explained what the meaning of taxonomy, and we have talked about the discovery, introduction to it, to taxonomy. And with me, we've talked about the kingdoms, the kingdom classification. Kingdom what? Classifications. Now, the other things we need to talk about is what? Taxonomical rank or hierarchy. In the syllabus, we have to look at the meaning of taxonomy. We introduced taxonomy, the 5 kingdom classifications. If you check your syllabus, it's like that. And we have to look at taxonomical rank. So our subtopics is what? Taxonomical rank. That is the topic, subtopic, taxonomical rank. Now, what is taxonomical rank? This is the science of grouping taxon from the higher complexity to the least complexity. Now, the highest rank in taxonomical rank is the kingdom. A kingdom splits to the phylum / division. Division splits to class. From the class, we have the order. From the order, split to family. Family split to genus. And the genus split to species. So this is called taxonomical hierarchy or taxonomical rank. As we move from kingdom to species, the taxonomical rank decreases, or complexity decreases. Now, I've explained what the kingdom is. So now let's classify human being. Classifications of human. Okay, let's say kingdom. What kingdom did human being fall to? They fall to the kingdom Animalia. They are all animals. Now our phylum is called Chordata. What? Chordata. Our class name, we belong to the class Mammalian. Our order, the order is what? The primates. Our family name is known as Hominidae. What? Hominidae. Hominidae. And the what? Our genus name is known as Homo. And the species name is what? Sapiens. Our species name is what? Sapiens. So this is the act of classifying human being. So what's our scientific name? Our scientific name is gotten from the genus and species. So the genus plus species. What is the genus name? Homo. What's our species name? Sapiens. So the combination of the Homo and Sapiens forms our scientific name, known as what? Homo sapiens, which can also be called what? The zoological name. Zoological names. So this is said to be what now? The meaning of taxonomical hierarchy, or taxonomical rank. Let me repeat myself. The science of classifying or grouping living organisms from the higher complexity to the least complexity is called taxonomical hierarchy. The kingdom is the largest. Phylum in plants. Phylum in animals. Kingdoms, division in what? In plants. Class, followed by order, family, genus, and species. Classification of human being. Human beings are classified as an animals. Our phylum name is called Chordata. We belong to the class called Mammalian. Our order name is what? Primates. Our family name is Hominidae. Hominidae. Our genus name is Homo. Our species name is what? Sapiens. Our scientific name is what? Homo sapiens. Gotten from the combination of generic name and specific name. Homo sapiens. Now, let us look at some scientific names. Scientific what? Names of organisms. Names of organisms. Few names. I'll mix the botanical name with the zoological name. Now, organisms with their what? Scientific names. Now, let's start with human. Human being. The human, we are called Homo sapiens. That's our scientific name or zoological name. Cockroach. Cockroach. The scientific name of cockroach is called Periplanata americana. Periplanata americana. The housefly. The scientific name of housefly is called Musca domestica. Musca domestica. We have what? Water leaf. Mind you, water leaf is a plant. The scientific name of water leaf is Phylum triangulare. Phylum triangulare. Phylum triangulare. We have a rice. Rice is Oryx sativa. We have here Dysphoria species. So we have different scientific names. Mind you, all these things are gotten from the combination of the genus and the species. So these are examples of some scientific names. Let me repeat myself again. The organisms and the scientific name. Human being is the Homo sapiens. Cockroach belongs to cockroach scientific name is Periplaneta americana. Periplaneta americana. Housefly is Musca domestica. Waterleaf is Talinum triangulare. Rice is Oryza sativa. Yam Dysphoria species. We have different species of yam. We have Dysphoria alata, Dysphoria cariensis, different species of yam. So this is said to be what now? The scientific names of an organism.